Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. This is our 2021 Business Awards celebration, and the theme is Evolution Through Business. So thank you all for being here. I'm Emily Grego. I'm President and CEO of the San Leandro Chamber. Thank you guys for being here. This is our first event that we've been able to do since last year's Business Awards celebration. So we're really happy to do this. We are hosting this live on Facebook. So hello to everybody at home that's watching and streaming this. Thank you guys for being here. In order to get all of this work done that the Chamber is a part of, we have some really great, wonderful sponsors. And I want to take a few minutes and make sure that I recognize them. So our platinum sponsors this year are the Port of Oakland, Creekside Plaza Partners. Our gold sponsors are Alameda County Industries, Waste Management, and Eric F. Anderson. Our silver sponsors are Eden Housing, Kaiser Permanente, McDermott Costa Insurance Brokers, Sky Coaching, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Garcia, The Gate 510. Our bronze sponsors this evening are AC Transit, Eden Health District, FH Daily Chevrolet, Maximus Real Estate Partners, Pacific Farms, and Wells Fargo. Without you guys, we couldn't make any of this possible, so thank you so much for supporting your chamber and for your commitment to the business community. Thank you so much. Also, I want to just make sure I thank Natasha Fernandez. She's our marketing and events manager here at the Chamber. She makes all of this come to life for all of us. We dream up some wacky ideas and then she makes it happen. So thank you so much, Natasha. I also want to thank our vendors that we work with. We work with FunFlix, Paul Jackman and his team. Thank you. Also, 440 Creates does all of our visuals and our printing and our invitations. We also work with Pink's Catering, who prepared these beautiful boxes of bites for all of you. And then also Westlake Realty Company. They allowed us to use their beautiful courtyard right next to gorgeous Truth is Beauty. So we're just thrilled to be here. Thank you guys for that. I also want to recognize our elected officials that are with us today. We do have a video from Mayor Pauline Cutter. She's not able to be with us today, but she did record a video for us. So I think we've got that video.
Hello, I'm Pauline Russo Cutter, Mayor of the City of San Leandro, and I want to thank you for being here to celebrate the San Leandro Chamber's Business Award. Sorry I'm not in person, but as you can see, I had another engagement. But most importantly, I want to say thank you to the Chamber, and I want to say thank you to the businesses. Thank you for our businesses, for staying open, for keeping employees working, serving families, serving seniors, serving kids, keeping people fed, and fighting for social justice, all while in the middle of a pandemic. I'm so proud to be the mayor of San Leandro, and a lot of that is because of our great businesses, and that means you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for your kindness and for being our city's backbone. Cheers.
Yes, I did follow her on her mini vacation and said, Mayor, where are you? Are you going to be with us? And she made us a video, so she's awesome. I also want to recognize City Council member Deborah Cox. And I believe City Council member Karina Lopez will be with us shortly, if she's not here yet. I know she'll be here. Also, AC Transit board members Elsa Ortiz and Mark Williams. They are watching online, so we want to make sure and say hello to them. And also Mayor Emeritus Sheila Young. She's also watching online, so we're really happy to have her joining us too. So thank you to everybody that's here. Now I want to invite our chair of the board, who is Kristen Anderson. She's the CEO of Eric F. Anderson, a woman-owned construction company right here in San Leandro.
Hi, everyone. Let me take off my mask. Okay. So back in January, when the Chamber announced that they would have the Business Awards event in April, I will say I was a little hesitant, a little cautious. Back in January, if you remember, COVID cases were skyrocketing, vaccines weren't really rolled out yet, and there was so much uncertainty going on. And it's just a testament, all of us sitting here today, how much the Chamber works hard to make sure that we are celebrating our business community. So thank you to Emily and Natasha for being here today. Especially since the landscape of events has changed so much. Being here in person is such an honor that I'm here talking to you. My company, Eric F. Anderson Incorporated, moved to San Leandro over almost 34 years ago. We moved here from Oakland, or my father moved here from Oakland because it recognized that San Leandro was not only an awesome location, a central location in the Bay Area, but it was also a business-friendly and had an amazing, hardworking community of people. As I sit here today, the board president of the Chamber of Commerce, I echo the same sentiments as my father. I've worked side by side with other board members and truly can appreciate what kind of businesses make up San Leandro. This past year has been one of survival and resilience. Every step of the way, as a business leader, we've had to navigate so many changes. From the first days of the shutdown and trying to adapt to a remote workplace, moving from your office to a work from home environment. And we all know the phrase, "You're on mute," far too well. To understanding or adapting to lost business, just losing all your business, to having too much business, to keeping your employees healthy, to navigating, what do I do when I have a COVID case, a positive case, an exposure? How do I keep my workplace safe? And then navigating PPP loans, applying for them, getting forgiveness for them, and everything in between. Everybody's navigated so many different challenges. As a human community, we have experienced social injustices that have ignited an awareness and transition in our country, compelling us to ask the question of ourselves and our own businesses, how do we do better? And I know many of you have even stepped into the role of teachers, trying to teach your children who are learning remotely through Zoom while you're managing a full-time job at home. That alone deserves an award for 2020. I think I miss the personal interactions the most. Meeting with people in person, shaking hands, that interaction, that one-to-one, face-to-face meeting, that's what builds business. That's what builds relationships. And I look forward, as the pandemic transitions away, that we can meeting new members, going out to the community, meeting more of our chamber members, having those conversations, and sharing those stories with you. We are here tonight to recognize and celebrate the businesses that have shown that resilience, who have grown in amazing ways, not only financially, but socially. We are also recognizing our board of directors, who have volunteered and dedicated their own time to working with the Chamber of Commerce to support you and the City of San Leandro. Our board includes professionals from all aspects of the community, from public service to human services, to car dealerships, to design firms, to real estate, to food supply. So many of them are here tonight, and some are watching virtually, and all deserve our gratitude for their time. Our board members include, and if you're here, please stand up, Dwayne Cornelius with STS on site and the San Leandro African American Business Council. Dwayne here? Rogelio Ferranda with Maximus Real Estate. Thank you. Emilio Garcia with 440 Creates. And I have to have a little special shout out for Emilio. He was the former board chair, so he handed the torch to me. Sterling Grant with EnviroCom. Shannon Hackley with Shannon Lee and Associates. Osvaldo Haragi with Waste Management at the Davis Street Transfer Station. Mike Jones with the Gate 510. Is Mike here? Wright McGrady with FH Daily Chevrolet. Gary Offenberg with Pacific Farms. Catriona Wiley with Torani Syrups, which is a new business here in San Leandro, so we're really excited. And Mitch Winnick with Kaiser Permanente. Hi, Mitch. Lastly, I want to say something about Emily Grigio, our CEO. She is such a powerful and positive force in the city of San Leandro. She has spent countless hours talking to our members, figuring out their individual concerns, listening, talking to city government, attending city council meetings to advocate for all of her members, all of us. She has truly devoted herself to the members of this chamber. Please join me in thanking Emily. You are a rock star. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Kristen. I really like shining the light on all of you guys. But thank you, that was very kind. So as we move forward, you know, March 17th, 2020 was quite a day. I mean, all of a sudden we were issued a shelter-in-place order, and I remember Natasha and I were in the office, and we're a small office. It's just Natasha and I, and we have visitors here and there, but it's just us. And I was like, does this mean us too? Do we have to go home as well? So it was just so far out to kind of go through this whole process. And then it happened to the entire state of California. And then it happened across the country. And our entire country was shut down. And it was just so unreal that this was going on. You know, where my house is located, we can kind of hear the traffic on the freeway. There was no traffic. There was no honking. It just was, everything was just still and really quiet. And then after that, our country was hit with another tragedy, which was the killing of George Floyd and also Breonna Taylor, and in San Leandro, Stephen Taylor. And so everybody's hearts were breaking and spirits were broken. And then after that, San Leandro gets hit again with civil unrest and rioting. And we're just going, what next? And if that wasn't enough to make us think that we were in the twilight zone, then we had the orange skies, which that just made everybody feel all of the burdens of 2020. And I just want to say, I wish that we could celebrate everybody that's here, and everybody that saved jobs, and everybody that's just committed to the community and volunteered when they could, but we can't. We can't give awards to everybody, but we do want to pay homage to them. We want to pay homage to our grocery workers, our healthcare workers, our teachers, our realtors, our restaurants. So I believe that we have a video right now just to share with everybody so we can just lift them up while we're here and giving out awards and celebrating all of you. And also within 2020, a lot of this has affected our family members, our colleagues, some of our business owners. And so we want to just take a few minutes, and if you can just join us in silence while we remember Stephen Taylor, who was a community member, a grandson, and a son here in San Leandro. Also, Ricky Ricardo, the owner of Ricky's Bar and Grill, and a beloved Raiders fan. We also want to remember Mr. Marshall Mitzman. He was a trustee for the Chabot Las Positas College System, and he was also an ambassador for the San Leandro Chamber of Commerce. And we also want to remember Tom Garino. Tom Garino was with PG&E. He was their government affairs representative, and he was a beloved former CEO of the San Leandro Chamber of Commerce. I think I lost sound. So to anybody that lost anybody during 2020, our hearts go out to you. So with this being a really hard year, and us having this award ceremony every year, we created 2 new awards. We created a Resiliency Above All Award and also the Greatest Pivot Award. The Resiliency Above All category is to honor businesses that saw their normal services increase beyond what they could imagine. And the Greatest Pivot category is to honor businesses that were initially severely impacted, but yet found themselves being creative and innovative to save their businesses. So I'm going to start this award ceremony off with the first one. The nominees for the 2020 Resiliency Above All Award are Mr. Plastics.
There's nothing we've seen before in all the 35 years I've been in business. And it's a huge demand. We're getting many, many calls and emails per day. We had no idea that the sneeze guards / partitions would become such a big part of our business.
SOS Meals on Wheels. Palin's Martial Arts.
MedShare's Western
MedShare.
Region headquarters and supplies warehouse are located in San Leandro. Normally, MedShare sends 90% of surplus medical supplies and equipment to communities in need around the world. However, during the pandemic, they pivoted to help medical providers in the U.S., including a broad network of community safety net clinics serving vulnerable populations. During 2020, they donated to over 240 medical institutions in the U.S., provided over 5.6 million pieces of PPE worldwide, and touched over 4 million lives.
And so the winner for the 2020 Resiliency Above All Award is SOS Meals on Wheels. So Charlie, if you'd like to come on up. Thank you.
You gonna put it under him?
I was trying to have this hold it. Here's your award.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. A few minutes. Get this out of your way.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Tara Marino. I'm the program director and dietitian at SOS. We are so appreciative to the San Leandro Chamber of Commerce for this acknowledgement and honor. Resilient and dedicated are words that best describe our team. From our transportation department, handling the nearly double amount of routes, to the volunteer department, taking on the influx of people that stepped up to help their most vulnerable neighbors, to the client services team, getting hundreds of new clients registered and assessed for home delivered meals, and finally, our kitchen staff that joined forces with the kitchen members of Spectrum Community Services to not only meet the needs to feed those seniors that were going to social scenes to eat together, but also to meet the demands of all the increased number of meals that we've been serving this past year. So thank you very much. And then of course, Charlie Detterline, our incredible leader through this past year. So thank you.
Thanks, Tara. It's a tremendous honor to be recognized in a year when so many have stepped up in so many ways. In response to the incredible need for services for the most vulnerable of our neighbors, SOS Meals on Wheels is, sorry, the echo's messing with my head. SOS Meals on Wheels is on track to serve over 500,000 meals for the first time in our organization's 55-year history. As we launch a campaign next week to celebrate, promote, and surpass that milestone, this is a chamber event, so sponsorship and partnership opportunities are still available. So please let me know if you'd be interested in helping us surpass that goal by the end of this fiscal year, because we are only at the cusp of realizing what we can achieve together. Thank you very much.
And so our next presenter is Brianna Hatcher. She's the leadership coach and facilitator and program director for Leadership San Leandro. And she also owns her own facilitation company, Sky Coaching.
Thanks. Great to be here. Good to see you all. I'm here to present the greatest pivot nominees. And those nominees are
Pink's Catering,
Big Printing has been printing in San Leandro for over 15 years. Last year, this husband and wife team received the largest purchase order of their career in the height of social unrest. When they were called by a multinational Fortune 500 company that made a politically incorrect blunder, they did what they always do: a damn good job for every client. Soon after, they increased their staff by nearly 20%, acquired new machinery, and doubled their physical footprint.
This was our last event before everything
Funflix
closed down.
Outdoor Movies.
Mainly smaller to medium-sized outdoor movie events. First pivot we did was adding some cameras and helping out a local church doing live streaming. Then we got the call from Alameda County Fairgrounds. We worked with them for quite a while talking about how we could bring an outdoor movie series, and this was the first double-sided air screen in California. So the screen's up and down and we're projecting to both sides. With them, we also did the live DJ events, we had comedy shows, bringing a little bit of joy, and even the Metallica concert.
I want to just honor all the small businesses here in San Leandro. You've made it through a really rough year, and you are the fabric of our community. So congratulations to you and to the nominees. And the winner tonight is Funflix and Paul Jackman. Paul quickly pivoted his business by training his employees on new technology and purchasing a lot more equipment. And in so doing, he was able to conduct virtual online streaming events and hold even larger outdoor movies. And here in San Leandro, he created opportunities for people to connect with their churches. He helped nonprofits raise money because we had to do new things and touch people in new ways. And he also did even larger outdoor movies here. So Paul, we're really appreciative of your dedication and loyalty and your commitment to San Leandro. You make us better, and most importantly, you give us an opportunity to communicate, connect, and celebrate. Congratulations, Funflix!
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, what a year. That was, it was crazy. We had 3 months and all we had was refunds, and it was, I didn't know what we were gonna do. And then it turned out that the only safe thing to do was the drive-in movies, and that's where we moved to. We did the drive-ins, we did the live streaming that we're doing today, and when we have an internet connection, it works really well. One thing I have to say, I can't believe I beat food, because that is amazing. So Pinks. One of the pivots we were doing was actually at Pinks with the line with the leadership San Leandro, and we did a fundraiser, like a live cooking show, and people like Pinks, it makes the community just so amazing. I really do appreciate being in this community. Thank you so much. I don't think I've ever won anything before, so yay. And I'd like to thank my wife, who's sitting over there, who puts up with all my crazy ideas as well. Thank you.
Our next presenter is Mitch Wennick. He is the COO of Kaiser Permanente San Leandro, and he serves as the Vice Chair of Finance for the San Leandro Chamber Board of Directors.
Good early evening. The nominees of the 2020 Legacy Leader in Business Award are
La Piñata has been serving the Bay Area for over 30 years. In 2020, they increased their online presence with a revamped website, a growing social media presence, and their own app available in the App Store and Google Play. Amid a year that showed us how imperative digital marketing will be to the well-being of our businesses, La Piñata didn't waste any time creating their digital footprint. Even during the difficulties of the pandemic, they supported the initiative to bring hot meals to Building Futures for Women and Children through the Get a Dinner, Give a Dinner program, where they provided enough meals to feed 3 shelters for 3 weeks.
the Boys and Girls Club.
For over 74 years, the Boys and Girls Clubs have navigated times of tragedy and crisis to provide safe places for kids and teens. Today, we are committed more than ever to ensure club staff, members, families, and our communities have the resources and support they need to navigate these uncertain times.
Two amazing organizations. And the winner is the Boys and Girls Club of San Leandro. I actually want to read this because they've done so much. The Boys and Girls Club of San Leandro has served over 60 years. Their vision, 2020 capital campaign, raised over $10 million to renovate their building on Marina Boulevard to a teen community hub. This paved the way for a teen center, an after-school program, an open gym, community garden, event space, city aquatics, and more. In addition to serving the youth and teens at their main location on Marina Boulevard, they operate the ACES program at 12 schools, serving 1,200 kids every day after school and employing over 90 employees. During the pandemic, they cared for essential worker children, all while administrating staff work remotely, and they continue forward with construction of the new facility. Welcome, congratulations. Really amazing.
Good evening. We are so incredibly humbled to have been recognized for this award tonight, especially amongst so many amazing nominees and award winners and people creating their own impact in our community. You know, 2020 was a year of many unprecedented firsts for our club and for our community. And as the pandemic brought shutdown across the nation and halted life as we knew it in March, the first question we asked ourselves as the Boys and Girls Clubs was, how are we going to ensure that we continue to do whatever it takes to continue to provide these impactful programs for our young people and our families who need us most. So as Mitch mentioned, we adapted and we pivoted. Within a month, we trained all of our staff. We went 100% virtual, and we provided over 400 students free summer programming. We transitioned during the school year into that after-school space, and we're the first on San Leandro school campuses to provide in-person programming for our youth. So again, this is an incredible opportunity, and we're so thankful for Emily and the Chamber and all of the support you give us. We are just weeks away from opening our new facility, which will be absolutely transformational for our young people and this community. So we look forward to continuing working with all of you in partnerships and that support in those efforts. So thank you so much.
Our next presenter is Tom Liao, Community Development Director for the City of San Leandro.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the protocol. It's really nice to see everybody. It's been a long time for me. But how appropriate that I get to announce this award in this beautiful setting and context of this campus and the Truth is Beauty and the OSI Soft. So the nominees for the 2020 Innovation and Technology Leader are...
New Culture Food is a food tech company located at the Gate 510. New Culture is creating real cheese in a sustainable manner without the cow. They use microbial fermentation to make casein, the protein that coagulates to give mozzarella cheese its stretchy texture. Their cheese offers a tasty alternative to standard non-dairy milk and cheese on the market and is part of the growing alternative protein market, which is striving to offer meat and dairy that is healthy, cruelty-free, reduces environmental impacts of standard farming and production, and tastes good too. Swift-Scale Biologics is a biotechnology company that moved to the Gate 510 in 2020 to expand their operations and scale their services. Swift-Scale's technology provides fast protein synthesis enabled by cell-free technology, allowing for accelerated drug development. In June, they announced that they had successfully manufactured a COVID-19 neutralizing antibody candidate at clinical scale. Swift-Scale's rapid biological manufacturing technology can be used to accelerate development of treatments for COVID-19. This milestone was a critical step in their mission to enable partner companies to develop safe, effective, and specific treatments for the virus in a rapid manner.
And the winner is Swift-Scale Biologics.
Is not with us this evening, but we just want to accept this award on their behalf, and we'll make sure that they get it. So congratulations to
Swift-Scale Biologics is a biotechnology.
Our next presenter is Rochelle Parham. She is the Vice Principal of San Leandro Adult School, and she serves on the Chamber's Leadership San Leandro Programs Steering Committee.
Good evening. Presenting the nominees for the 2020 Leadership in Education Award.
At Holy Names University, we pride
Holy
ourselves on our
Names
tight-knit,
University.
supportive, and service-minded community. We are a small liberal arts Catholic university with a long-standing social justice mission, and we welcome students who want to make a positive impact on their communities to join us.
This is Holy Names University, and we are committed to expanding our social justice mission to actively become an anti-racist institution.
It starts with us.
Starts with us.
It starts with us.
The Social Justice Academy, San Leandro High School.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
San Leandro 2050 is committed to dramatically reducing greenhouse gas emissions in San Leandro, while
San
improving quality of
Leandro
life, especially for
2050.
people of color in our city. So how are we doing that? We involve community members every step of the way as we first investigate the sources of greenhouse gases in the city, take time to learn about the lived experiences of our city's most vulnerable populations, and lastly, by co-designing with community a set of interventions, including physical projects, programs, and policies that reduce greenhouse gases.
The winner is the Social Justice Academy of San Leandro High School. Accepting the award on behalf of the Academy, Erica Vire Santos, teacher. The Social Justice Academy values intersectional education and justice, transformative solidarity, radical healing, and cultivates self and community actualization. The students who entered this rigorous 3-year process complete the program with a stronger sense of self, community, and agency. This past year, these teachings were put into practice. These students stood up and spoke out for what was right and called for change. The change to ensure the betterment of our present and their future. Through it all, they persevered with hope and justice at the forefront. I am proud to introduce the Social Justice Academy.
Hello. Okay. Thank you to the San Leandro Chamber of Commerce for recognizing our work in the Social Justice Academy at San Leandro High School. I've been a teacher and the coordinator of the program for 13 years. And honestly, we have not always been met with love and praise in San Leandro. And I'm a little surprised to be getting an award today because sadly, myself, our teachers, and our students have grown accustomed to being met with harsh criticism and disenfranchisement. And in spite of that, we've continued to do what we believe was right and just and necessary, and it was always rooted in centering and valuing the voices of our students, uplifting them, trusting them as leaders, and always centering the voices of the most marginalized and vulnerable in our communities. To my SJA family that is not here with me, and I wish that they were, our work is important, and I appreciate all of the young scholars and educators in SJA for doing this heart work. It's hard work, but I definitely like to refer to it as heart work because it does require their hearts. I love y'all very much, my students. It is an honor to stand alongside them in this fight for social justice. And while I'm here and have stakeholders in the community present, I'd like to bring Stephen Taylor into this space once again and remind everyone that the fight for justice for Stephen Taylor, it continues. And let's invest money and resources into much needed mental health programs and services in our city and in our schools. We need to reimagine public education and safety and what justice looks like and feels like. And lastly, we must always listen to the youth, communities of color, and the most vulnerable. Thank you so much.
Our next presenter is Natasha Fernandez, Events and Marketing Manager for the San Leandro Chamber of Commerce. She's also a co-owner of the 90s Experience at Jack London Square.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Okay. And the nominees for 2020 Spirit of the Community are San Leandro Eats,
Serlene Grant is a
Serlene
past
Grant.
council member in the city of San Leandro for 10 years, two-term vice mayor, and attributed as the change agent that encouraged the city management reflect the diverse population of its city. Today, the leadership and staff is a mix of ethnic community members and underrepresented groups from across the globe and is reflective of San Leandro's current demographics. In a year of social unrest, Serlene continued her volunteer work in Unity in the Community and the City of San Leandro's Budget Task Force Committee. Her involvement stems from her work in social justice and contribution of balanced and thoughtful suggestions to create an equitable city.
and the winner is San Leandro Eats. San Leandro Eats is a community collection of places to eat, drink, in San Leandro. Created by locals Myra and Benny, San Leandro Eats sets out to encourage patronage of both new and tried and true San Leandro businesses. Their primary goal is to encourage local spending during the pandemic. San Leandro Eats worked alongside the San Leandro Chamber to develop the Open SL business list, incorporating restaurants that were offering takeout and or indoor dining, and spread the word about these open San Leandro businesses. Congratulations, San Leandro Eats.
Hi. Ooh. Just want to say thank you. Oh, maybe I should take this off. This award means a lot to us, not because of the energy we put into San Leandro Eats, but for two reasons. Benny and I, we both grew up here. San Leandro has been our home for over 30 years, and it's just so cool how our joy of food has connected us with the community, with the locals. We definitely didn't do San Leandro Eats alone. We had help from our followers, our friends, our neighbors. We're inspired by our own cravings, but we were also inspired by the cravings of others. Last year, so many people reached out to us, and they contributed to the work that we are being acknowledged for. Thank you to whoever thought of us. We really appreciate you. And thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for your energy, your commitment to celebrating our local businesses. Also, I just want to say hi to Emily and Tiffany for visiting me 2 weeks ago. They really surprised me with this, and it just really made my day. Thank you.
And it was a fun day. Congratulations. Our next presenter is Fran Robustelli. She is our newly appointed city manager for the city of San Leandro. Congratulations on your new position. We're delighted to have you.
Thank you so much for that introduction, and I'm so pleased to be here and hope I get to meet all of you tonight before I leave. I have the pleasure tonight to introduce the nominees for the 2020 Small Business of the Year.
Cherry Street Doghouse.
As soon as we were allowed to open our doors, we did. The Principal Academy has been following all the rules, small cohorts, masks, washing like crazy, distancing, you name it. And still doing all the things we do in little increments. The kindness challenge, food drive, Easter egg hunt, you name it. 2020 was amazing and very challenging, but here we are. Thank you for all the support. Bye-bye.
And the winner is Barra's Deli. A family-owned and operated business since 1986, Barra's specializes in classic and new deli sandwiches, soups, and salads. They are not only a San Leandro staple, but were a staple during shelter in place. Barra's fulfilled pickup, delivery, and walk-up orders swiftly and consistently. They reinvested in themselves and revamped their storefront and deli counter to better serve their customers and their ever-growing popularity. Congratulations.
Thank you. I want to thank the San Leandro Chamber of Commerce for choosing us to be the recipient of this prestigious award. We are truly honored. My husband opened Barra's Deli 35 years ago, and he has truly transformed the business to be one of a family business. Not only has it been a place where we've watched our children grow, but it has always been in a place where we've seen our children grow. We would not be here without the support of the citizens of San Leandro and the surrounding communities. We are truly grateful for the continuous support that we have received over the years. In addition, my family would like to thank our wonderful crew for all of their hard work and dedication. They have become a part of our family. Recently, we remodeled and rebranded our business, not only to give us a new look for the future, but to also give the people of San Leandro a place to be proud of. We truly enjoy serving our sandwiches to the community, and we are very proud to be receiving this award. Thank you so much.
Our next presenter is Kristen Anderson, CEO of Eric F. Anderson and Chair of the Board of Directors for the San Leandro Chamber of Commerce.
Hello, welcome again. I will be presenting the award for the 2020 Business Person of the Year. This is a big one. And the nominees are Sarah Ubelhart,
Delane Sims, owner of Delane's Natural Nails, is being recognized for her advocacy on behalf of the personal service industry during the pandemic and for developing standards to ensure the safe reopening of businesses in this industry. Dually, Delane is the founder and executive director of DNNC Steps to Success, a program that primarily helps African American low-income single mothers alleviate employment and health hardships while providing them with a vocation as a manicurist to encourage a living wage and provide social skill support.
and the winner is Sarah Ubelhart of Zocalo Coffee House. Sarah has maintained Zocalo as a pillar of San Leandro. We've all been there for coffee, right? She is community focused. The business is women owned and operated. She sources her products with intention for positive impact. During a year of catastrophic challenges and social unrest, Zocalo provided racial justice posters for free in tribute and acknowledgement of the unjust killings of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Stephen Taylor, even though they experienced backlash. They did so while providing essential items during the difficult time and a place of refuge for citizens looking for even just a moment of change of scenery. Congratulations.
We all know this is my favorite part. Hi, Mom. Hi, family back home in Louisville. Wow, 2020 was quite the year. Thank you so much to the Chamber for this recognition. It's incredible. Thank you so much. In no way could Zocalo be with what it is without my incredible team. So thank you so much for showing up every day and putting your heart into everything you do and serving our incredible town. So thank you so much, you guys. You all are incredible. I want to thank our community. In no way could we be here without you and your support from the very first day that I took over. I appreciate it. You were there and you showed up for us, and we show up for you. So thank you. I want to thank my incredible partner, Dan. Your patience and support has meant like everything to me. Thank you, Iris Marie Grace. You are the most incredible barista in training we've ever had. You're 8 and I love you. I also want to give a very special thank you to Brianna Hatcher. She has coached me and cheerleaded me on from the very beginning of my barista days, and I can honestly say I would not be standing here if it weren't for you and your love and just constant cheering, so thank you. You all, we survived 2020, but I just want to ask you to not be complacent. So many people did not and continue to be targeted and marginalized. As Amanda Gorman stated, quiet is not always peace. So please keep standing and keep fighting and keep holding those in power accountable who are supposed to serve and protect us. Thank you.
And so now I have the privilege of announcing the nominees for the 2020 Business of the Year. Top Hatters Kitchen and Bar. Bay Cities Produce.
Here at Bay Cities, our whole program is designed around food safety, and what that entails to us is from start to finish. It's a whole program designed around receiving the product, inspecting the product right then and there. It's inspected for quality, taste, and at least to a USDA food safety standard. Everyone wears gloves. Everyone wears a nice clean smock. It's all designed to assure that we can get to that 99.99% safe, ready to eat produce. Nobody else in the industry can claim that.
And the winner is Bay Cities Produce. Bay Cities Produce is a family-owned and operated produce distribution business serving restaurants and businesses in the Bay Area for over 65 years. They have been in San Leandro for 55 years in a 55,000 square foot facility. They employ approximately 200 people. Bay Cities Produce prides itself on long-term employee relationships and client contracts. 2 months into the pandemic, they were selected by the USDA as a partner distributor for the Farmers to Families Box program. The USDA specifically looked for partners whose workforce was greatly impacted by closures of restaurants, hotels, and food service entities. Bay Cities Produce provided food boxes to local nonprofits at no charge through the end of 2020. They contributed to feeding thousands of Bay Area families and retained jobs for all of their families.
Thank you, Chamber. Thank you very much. Council, San Leandro, and the Alameda County, I'm truly in debt. If it hadn't been for the Chamber, actually, the mayor, I would not be here for two reasons. I would not have been nominated. At the end of 2019, an ambitious expansion project was about ready to fail. All of our resources went into designing a new processing plant, a new technique, and the general contractor failed in many aspects of the engineering, fire department, health department, a few things like this. So it was crunch time. We were about ready to call it quits. I called the chamber. I said, I need help. I know everybody's locked up, but I need to talk to city planners. I need engineers. I need fire department. I need people here. They pulled it off. In a matter of about 30, 35 days, we accomplished what we could not do in 4 months. We got this plant open, and it's a beaut. 2 weeks later, the lockdown happened. We lost 50% of our business. We lost 40% of our accounts receivable went away. Things were looking pretty bleak. The decisions you have to make is shut down, cut way back. But one of Dad's decisions would have been, you take care of your family, and our crew is our family. So we pulled all of our resources, everything we could possibly put together, and kept everybody on. Kept them on, cut hours back a little bit, but not that much. Then the USDA came up with a box program, Farm to Family. We were selected to make these boxes, and that put us back on overtime, full-time, overtime, able to pay off some bills. And it was a marvelous thing for a couple reasons for me. See, my pop grew up during the Depression. His mother was an indentured immigrant off Ellis Island. She picked cotton in Kansas. And the stories I heard really didn't ring true to me about not having a meal, about using cardboard for shoes. You know, some of these things, it didn't ring a bell. But when we got involved in the handout boxes for the people underserved, we actually went on the front lines, us and some of the crew. We're handing these boxes out. We're seeing kids in the car just so joyful. It was touching. And then I come to find out that in many of these cases where we had passed out boxes into the trunks of these cars, they were actually their homes. That was really kind of a wake-up call. You know, you better get small and appreciate the gratitude. Look at what you have. So my father's been trying to tell me for years that I just didn't quite understand it because I wasn't there, and now I'm seeing it. I appreciate my meals. I appreciate having a roof over my head. This program ended with the feds, but then Alameda County started up their own program. You know, Wilma Chan, Keith Carson, Nate Miley, these are the greats that are holding this, this county together. And with the help of Pastor L.J. Jennings and Kingdom Builders in Oakland, we've fed a little over 1.25 million families. All together in this year, a little bit over 2 million meals we've helped put on the plate. And it's by giving. You all have been told by our folks that you receive. The greatest gift is this, and humility. You got to thank God for what we have. And I'm so appreciative of everybody that we've touched, that we come into contact with, the county, the city. I can't thank you enough. God bless you all.
Folks, that concludes our Business Awards celebration this evening. Thank you all for being here with us and working with us in this new venue and streaming this awards program for everybody at home and waiting for us while we got the kinks out. I'd like to invite all the awardees up front so that we could take a nice group photo and just give one more round of applause to everybody. It's my honor to get to celebrate all of you.